Well, I was pleased the way we started the game. It was certainly a point of emphasis, point of focus. So to come out and defensively get the stops as we needed to and get rolling on offense was great to see. I don't think we've started the game with a lead since I can't remember when. So it was great just to come out and get off to a good start. And to hold them to 5 points and 9 points in the first and second was huge, and honestly, it was a point of focus. We talked about 10 and under in each quarter, so I was pleased the way our kids came out defensively.
So do you not like the 2-point, 1-point victories you guys have been accustomed to lately? Are you happy to get a 20-point win in there, or just what's it like winning a game that you control from start to finish?
Yeah, I think it was great. I mean, obviously we've had some close ones lately. A win's a win. I don't, however we end up getting them, but it was nice to have a little bit more breathing room. Although in the second half, they certainly, makes you think twice when they came down and had multiple 3-point plays and had a couple open threes. I think 3 threes in a row. But then I thought our kids did a good job, kind of refocusing, locking in, and getting the stops we needed to.
Yeah, you call that timeout there. They hit that 3. They hit a shot with about 7 minutes left to cut it to 11. Mm-hmm. You call a timeout. Just what was it in that conversation to get them refocused on finishing the game out?
Well, clearly we subbed. I thought we were playing a little bit tired. We didn't look like we were playing with an energy, and just looked tired out there. So more than anything, was trying to get, I think I subbed 3 kids in, and then just refocus about, you've got to pull away. You can't allow them to chip into it, quit fouling, quit giving them 3-pointers, open threes, and, understand what helped us build the lead, and just kind of a refocus and get some fresh legs in there.
It's been a long homestand, still one to go, but aside from the wins, how have you seen the team grow during the homestand?
Yeah, I think just in general, I think it's, we had a stretch in there early in the year where we were playing, and then it was like a week, sometimes 10 days almost felt like, before we would play again. So I think just getting the routine of having more games under our belt, I think that there's no substitute for that game experience. Certainly as a coach, you always want to, you want to practice and you want to keep focusing on things you need to work on to get better. But I think just the opportunity for our kids to be in the game experience and really kind of start figuring out how to play together in game situations, close game situations, especially as of late. I think we've shown a lot of improvement just amongst that, really probably at every position. Pleased with how the freshmen have come along for us. Cayman and Lewis gave us good minutes tonight as well. So want to continue to develop our bench, but I think Lacey continues to lead the way, just kind of in just how she's defending, how she's running the team. Certainly it wasn't ideal to be in foul trouble tonight, but was pleased how we were able to kind of manage with that. But I think we've had growth, no question.
Coach, since this is your second year of the program, second year leading Paige and KT and Jade and India, how do you feel like the 4 of the 5 of you have really kind of come together in this second year, and you see the leadership they have over this team?
I think it's just more of an understanding, of across the board, just how to defend principles, offensively, what we're trying to do, the layers that go with our offense and what the reads and the counters are. So I think anytime you're in a system longer and, you're together longer, playing together, coaching them, I think you just have more time where you can build that trust, that relationship, and that understanding of how, kind of what we're both thinking and just, which helps lead the other kids that maybe haven't been here as long. So I think just that continuity certainly has helped.
Is that partly what kind of drives you crazy sometimes when you guys do get off the slow starts? You're like, hey, I got 4 people here that were part of last year's team. Like, what are we doing? Like, where's the urgency from you guys? Yeah, I mean, we talk about urgency a lot, and I think we just have to continue to have that every time you step on the floor. It's something we've talked about, and it comes down to making sure that leadership, when we start the game, we're not waiting to see, do we have to defend tonight? Do we have to, can we be comfortable and come out and play comfortable? They've got to come out and have that sense of urgency. And I think probably tonight how we started the game is probably as much as sense of urgency that first group has had. I think we've had some other to an extent, but over the period of the beginning of the game, certainly felt like it was going to be
important. But more than anything, it's a mentality. So just continue to try to have that mentality with them.
Had 8 different players score in that first quarter. Not really a standout performer tonight, just a total team effort tonight. I'm sure that's the way you kind of want to play when you're seeing the players contribute across the board and play that and dominate that way in the game.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the team we are to an extent. I mean, obviously we've had games where we've had, India score 26 and Angel have a career high, Paige have a career high. I mean, we've had games where you've had, somebody really stand out. But I think we're almost five in double figures. Angel was one basket away from being the 5th one in double figures. And I think across the board, that's probably one of the strengths of the team, of just having that balance where, depending how people play us, there's a number of different kids that can step up and score. Kira had 6 points. She has the potential to put up, bigger numbers. I think they all do across the board. So it's not so much, really focusing on one person. It's more about, what the defense gives us, sharing the ball and making the right reads. And I think, if we continue to do that, I think they all can be consistent scorers for us, hopefully.
Coach, the end of the first half, and I think 1 or 2 possessions in the third quarter, right? You guys had plenty of time with the clock, but then something happened and nobody took a good look or nobody wanted to force one up, and so you guys had a couple shot clock violations. Does that kind of drive you crazy because they are very unselfish, and sometimes it's like, hey, someone's got a decent percentage look, let's just put that one up?
Yeah, I think we just need to have more awareness. I think sometimes, there are a couple opportunities where I thought we needed to get into our late shot clock options sooner, and we recognized it too late. It's something that we've been working on all season, to be honest. A lot of it's awareness. We've gotten better at it. It's not where it needs to be. But more than anything, I've told them, you've got the ball in your hands. Like, we've got to get the ball to the rim. We got to find a way to get it to the rim, because we'll have as good a chance as anybody of getting on the glass. And so it is frustrating when it kind of gets stuck and we don't get a shot attempt. But it's something we've worked on. We're going to continue to work on it. Again, it's part of the process, just getting more comfortable. But yeah, it does drive me crazy.